The only thing that's dualistic in the whole fucking universe is the sixth sense, the thinking sense. That's what creates the duality. That's what creates the here, there, this, that, me, you, up, down, left, right. What left, right would there be in the absence of all thoughts? What here, there would there be in the absence of all thoughts? What separation would there be in the absence of all thoughts? It's an
But again,
idea.
it's not all thoughts, though, is it, right? It's the ones that reference the imagined me, and the imagined me thinks it's inside the body, and that's why there's a me and a you and all that stuff.
Yeah, but I'm going a step further than that. I'm trying to get you to see the power of the mind, the power of thoughts, the power of
Mm.
duality.
Yeah.
And then you got all these seekers trying to bump off their duality or kill the mind, or sitting in meditation for years, trying to stop thinking, believing that the mind is the enemy. Holy fuck, it's not. It's not. We need it. Like we need sight
Mm.
to be
Mm.
able to
Yeah.
see. We need it. Yeah. Can we experience non-thought, no thought? Absolutely. Yes. Yes. Yeah.
But we can't know anything. The only thing that we can know is, well, yeah,
You can't have one without, you're good, Terry. You cannot have one without the other, as Bob would say, Connor.
Yeah.
You cannot have duality without non-duality, and you cannot have non-duality without duality. They're they're actually one. Yeah. But even the mind splits them up and calls them non-dual and dual. The mind's doing that. Yeah. This idea of duality and non-duality is a product of mind only.
mm.
See,
Mm.
if I could get you to just focus and just be with the fact of your own consciousness only. So not being conscious of, but just being conscious, or consciousness, if you like, if you want to objectify it a little. I'd rather not, but just conscious, not conscious of. See, to be conscious of, you need two things. You need, number one, you need to be conscious. Number two, you need to have thoughts, a mind to be conscious of, because it's the mind that labels all the things that we're conscious of, labels them all. Tree, car, moon, stars. Yeah. You have the two to be conscious of. What I'm asking you to do is abide as consciousness itself only. Seek there, seek that. Because the two of you are sitting there right now, completely conscious. But we're more interested in the mind. We're more interested in trying to work this out. You know, which is okay. We got to go through that process. We do need to use the mind to try and work out what we are, what we're not, and so on and so forth. Yeah, sure. But there comes a point where you got to put this down. There comes a point where you have to put it down. Why? Because duality can never discover non-dual. It's not the nature of duality to discover non-dual. Duality, too. And it's working hard, and it's a seeker. Happens to be called Terry or Connor or Terrence or whatever, yeah? The duality, and it's a seeker. My name's Terrence. And I'm seeking and I'm seeking and I'm seeking. And, one day I finally discover Terry, yeah, the dualistic character, Terry. I finally discover non-dual. How many is there? How can something dualistic discover something that's non-dual. The very discovering of it would have to be an object. It would have to be something other than the dualistic character. Yeah. That's why I said, like, in the final analysis, you're right here. Here's where you are, here. I'm not defining what you are or where, like who you are, but in the final analysis, you are here. I am.
Something just
go for it.
Came to me as you were talking, and we function in a non-dual in a dual world, like from day to day, just us here, where we're functioning in a dual world, and then we look at that. What am I trying to say?
Seemingly,
yes. Yes, and when we do that, that's when we. It's difficult to say what I'm trying to. And we look back at that and we judge. I don't know if we judge, but we look back at this duality and we think, and we try to analyze, like, why are we in this duality? Why can't I be in non-duality? But you can't be, hold on. You can't be in non-duality when you're in the world talking and working and doing everything. Because that, right? What's
implies
going on? What
both.
did I just say?
It's both. It's good what you just said. You can have one without the other. See,
right.
when I was asking you guys earlier, what would it be like if, from this point forward, when I clap my hands, the three of us never, ever had a single solitary thought ever again, what would that be like? What I was hoping to hear from either one of you would be that I'd just be sitting here like I had a lobotomy and I'd be dribbling.
That's still not to say it wouldn't be bliss, though, Terrence.
We don't know what it would be. There'd be no reference point. There'd be no thoughts. You couldn't say if it was bliss or not bliss. You wouldn't know.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
There'd be no knowing. There'd be nothing.
That's
bliss
right.
For who? What's bliss? Like, what would bliss be? We need,
Yeah, the same with the tree question, right? Like, what is it? What is a tree? Like, you can't, as soon as you go to answer it, it's a trick question. Well, not but
as Bob was, the description is not the described. It's a fucking description. Yeah. Tell me about yourself. Well, you're going to give me a description. Am I actually going to get yourself? No. All I'm going to have is a description. Even if it's coming out of your mouth, you're giving me a description of yourself, not yourself. Do you understand? Yeah. The description. Another way of putting that is everything is a label. And you strip the labels back. Now what do you got? You remove the labels. What's a label? A word, a symbol, yeah? We remove the symbols. Now what the hell's going on? Because with symbols, with labels, words, thoughts, yeah, the three of us could agree there's a tree over there and a tree over there. We'd all agree to that. An agreed upon reality, yeah? Agreed upon dualistic reality. Tree over there, tree, and they're separate. We would all agree with that. Yeah. Now, remove all the labels. Remove the symbols. What tree over there? What tree over there? What do you mean over there? What's over there without words? Yeah. Why am I harping on about this? Because people are trying to work out what non-dual is, and I'm trying to get people to work out what dual is so that they can come, they're not. So they can actually come to see what's actually happening as opposed to what we think is happening. Yeah.
Yeah, It's interesting you say that, Terrence, because that's actually the reason I decided to join the satsang today. As I was watching a video of yours, you're talking to a woman potentially doing the bubble thing. I think
Oh
that may
yeah,
have been, which is
yeah,
really really brilliant. And it's the first time, or at least that I can recall, that I think you put it so beautifully, where the 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 thing that the only thing you can do is to find out what you're not, and then the the realization of unity or non-duality happens or it doesn't happen. And that was like really powerful for me, because the way you put it was something I hadn't considered, in that there's such a trap with these non-duality teachings, that you get told all the time how you're one with everything, and then you go with your mind and you try and figure out how that's possible, but it's like the wrong
yeah,
instrument for that. It's really because you're
yeah,
looking through the mind, you can't realize it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But the real the oh, this is going to sound very dualistic, so forgive me, but the realization can be experienced without a thought. Like I don't know how to describe this either, but there's two forms, if you like, of intelligence. One is dualistic, and the other is non-dual. Now, is anyone, are either of you two guys going to tell me that the non-dual is absence of intelligence? It's the creator of all. It's fucking responsible for all. Why? Because it's one. It's only mind that says it's made up of parts. Yeah. And then some people call God. There's a step further than that. They'll say God. It's omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent, and there's me. How can that, if it's omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent, how can there be that and me? It's all. There's no it and me. Do you understand? Otherwise, the statement, it's omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent, would be wrong. It would be a false statement. And if it's a true statement, then it includes me. You understand?
Yeah, it's difficult to there's an understanding of it, but it's not landing anyway.
That's all
Because
right.
yeah. Because
I'm kind of glad it's not landing anywhere. That's like
okay.
I'm saying that tongue in cheek. Like we have the see in the final we think it's me that's the seeker, and it's not the me that's the seeker, it's the you that's the seeker. And that you that I'm referring to is not Connor or Terry, because Connor or Terry can't hear me right now.
Yeah.
Not even right now. They can't hear full stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if what I'm saying is that there is no Terry and there is no Connor, who the fuck am I speaking to then? Why do I turn up and do this if there's no one there to learn? If there's nothing there to get anything? Why would I do that? I wouldn't. Why? Yeah. Bob would often say, Connor, yeah, I'm speaking to that I am that I am.
Exactly. I was going to quote that back to you when you were mentioning Bob. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
So we cannot say I am not.
Yeah.
You'll hear teachers say that. There's no one here, blah, blah. Okay. But you'd have to be there to say that.
There's also a kind of irony, isn't
it? Be there to say it. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, no, sorry. I think there's a bit of a lag or something. But I was thinking that there's kind of proof to this, isn't there? And that as you see through beliefs, like if it really was the me that was seeking, at least for me, this process has been seeing through belief. I'm sure that's literally what the whole thing is. And then so as beliefs have fallen away, theoretically the seeking should fall away as well. But it doesn't, because that's clearly not the thing that's doing the seeking. And the other that's what I was going to ask, Terrence. Another realization today is this longing to be home, so to speak, or to know our true nature. Is this what is kind of perverted by the mind and turns into like seeking, like fame and money and being special and stuff like that? Is that latching on to that drive to be home, and mind's like, oh yes, I love this, or thought is, and then because the only thing thought can ever do is leave here and now, and so it takes this search and places it away somewhere. Is that what's happening?
Yeah. What's happening is whatever name we want to give one is doing everything. So that is having an experience is one. The only way it can do that is to create seemingly two. Because if the one remains one, it's not made up of parts. If the one remains one, it's one.
Yes.
Right? Good. What could be known if it's all one? What could be known? Nothing. What could be experienced?
It only appears to be two, right?
Pardon?
It only appears to be two.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
It only appears to be two. That's why when you realize it the whole time, like you've been this the whole time, because it only appeared to be two. You don't turn from two into one.
Correct.
The whole
There's
time
never been two. Correct.
Right. The appearance of it, right? Fuck.
Correct. And you got these people that believe they're two running around trying to become one.
Right. Through the belief of being.
You don't have to do that. Yeah, just through the belief of being two. And where does that arise? That belief? Thoughts.
Right.
Holy shit.
That even makes logical sense now.
It is logical. Great, Connor, because it is. It is.
Yeah.
Like it is, it damn well is. I often call this a truthful fact-finding mission. It's not this is not I don't sprout this as being some spiritual path. I don't. I'm not religious. I don't, shit. I'm not anything. Some people say, oh, you must be an atheist. No, I'm not an anything. Like, it's just, let's just seek the truth. Yeah. Bob said that, would often say that to me, Terry, the truth will set you free. And I go, that must be some fucking mighty, amazing truth. This true thing is saying is going to set me free. See how I was objectifying truth in trying to even trying to understand. I was objectifying truth, and it is. It's right. The truth does set you free, and it is fucking logical. We just need to be prepared to look. That's all. It does take courage. It does, seemingly. Seemingly. Yeah. But at the end of the day, this Connor character or this Terry character or this Terrence character is all the one having an experience.